Uh, hi, hi, Greg. As I say, hopefully your eyes have recovered from the shock of yesterday's shirt that I was wearing.
Yeah, it was a very bright shirt. That you were standing out pretty well.
Yeah, it's one of these things I like to say that, you know, Scott Nicholls might have a fast bike, but I've got a louder shirt. So, thoughts first of all, Greg, on the result yesterday, both for the Bandits and the Bullets.
Yeah, same score, but just reversed winners. I think the Bandits were just struggling to get out the starts.
Yes.
I think that was the issue for the Bandits. You could see that clearly. And then the Bullets, yeah, we won the meeting, but I think we were lucky that we won it by the amount that we did. We had a couple of gifted points during that meeting with crashes and that lad losing his exhaust twice.
Yeah.
So we were lucky. We could have been caught out badly there, but no, we held it together. Our bikes didn't break down, which, you know, Kevin Little has told me many times that more races are won and lost in the workshop than they are on track. And yesterday for the Leicester Cubs just proved that.
Yeah. I'm always reminded of, you know, people from the past. Some of the riders that have graced Berwick, you know, and the opposition, and you know, some of the professionalism. It's like you know, I never ever saw Les Collins retire from a race. You know, he just kept going. He was just awesome. But talking about heat leaders, of course, Leon Flint seems to be absolutely flying at the moment. He seems to be our second heat leader behind Chris Harris. Twice now nominated for Heat 15.
Yeah, Leon's really got the bit between his teeth. I mean, without any disrespect to any of the other riders in the Bandit squad, I would say that Leon's probably got that little bit more passion to ride for the Bandits. His heart's there. He's from Berwick himself. He's followed the Bandits all his life, and he wants to see that club do well. And just being in the pits with Leon, and you see him just about before he's about to go out on a bike, you could say anything to him and it'll not go in because his focus, like Leon's mental focus, is for such a young lad is pretty incredible. He's determined on what he's going to do, and when Leon's out there, he will give it, you know, everything to score the points for the Bandits, which is it's good to see.
Yeah, which, as you say, it's no disrespect to all the other riders, but it's just that he seems to have revel in his home track, doesn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah, certainly. I mean, when Leon's going out and someone's in front of him, I almost think to myself that Leon will be thinking, "This is my track. They're not beating me around here," and that's what gives him the go for it. So no, it's good to see him doing it. And I do feel, you know, for the fans, his family, it's very proud to see him do that.
Yeah. But also it must give credit to Leicester. I thought Jason Edwards, the reserve that they brought in that guested for them from Redcar, I mean, he must be just like one of the best reserves in the league at the moment. He's putting in some big scores, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, he's riding at Redcar just now, and as Dick Barry always says, if you're going to get a guest, get a good one, and that's certainly what Leicester did. On Saturday night, he was just, you know, he's a very nice style on the bike. I've raced with him before. He's a very polite young lad. He's a really nice lad to be around. And he's always got a smile on his face, and he's just what makes, you know, Speedway quite fun. Being like that, we had a race at Milton Hall last year. He was on a maximum, and I went round outside of him, and he left me the room to do it. The race got stopped because someone had come off and restarted, and he never left me the room the next time because he knew exactly where I was going. But you know, I knew it was going to happen, and he knew where I was going to be, so he just done the right thing and stopped my run. But nothing dirty about him at all. He's a good lad, and I'm happy to see someone like that doing well. You know, like a nice fella. It's good to see.
Yeah, I was actually at that meeting against Milton Hall. It was a bit of a hammering for us. I think Luke Crang and was it Ben Rathbone got
Yeah.
minced, and then the following night, when it was absolutely chucking it down, you went to Kent and beat them on their own track.
Yeah, that I remember after that meeting at Kent, saying to all the young lads there, I said, just, if you boys go on to be world champion or whatever it is you do, this night, you will never be forgotten, because we shouldn't have been allowed to ride in that, but we went for it and we done it, and but yeah, it was just full team spirit that night.
Yeah, and I see behind you, you've got your bike. Have you just about cleaned it off from that trip to Kent?
I'm still finding bits of shell on that from Kent, yeah.
So is that your number one bike that you've got?
This isn't the number one bike. This
No.
is the second bike. The number one bike is in the safe hands of Kevin Little at the moment, who's doing all the fine tuning on it just now. So it's a big thank you to him for doing that for me. But no, this one's sort of the smaller track engine. The one that I've got here, it's just not got as much horsepower as the other one, so it's better to ride on a slicker track. It just sort of drives, doesn't spin up as much. So that's it's quite good that I've got two bikes. I've got the balance, but I've got the other bike which I use at Berwick, which is the big fast engine, and it works well. And then this one, I mean, it would go all right round Berwick, but it wouldn't be my preferred choice.
Sure. I mean, you say about the track as well. That was one of the things I was going to ask you about, is the fact that I noticed that the times, certainly in I think both meetings, seem to be a couple of seconds slower than normal. What's the issue, do you reckon, with the track? You know Greg, Rabsy Nesbitt, Gregor Fisher. Remember his character, the Baldy man, that used to take his bit of hair across, to try and and it seemed like every time the tractor went round, it was like the Baldy man just trying to spread a little bit of dirt, just somewhere, but there just didn't seem to be much, and not much moisture. I mean, it must be a nightmare for Razor.
Yeah, it's one job in Speedway that it's not a popular job to do. It's to be the track man. When the home team are losing, the track man gets the blame. When the home team are winning, the track man doesn't get a mention. So it's one of them. It's hard, but I think the problem at the moment is that the rain that we're getting is not consistent enough. We're not getting a lot of rain. We're not getting like 2 or 3 days worth of rain. We're just getting heavy downpours, and then the sun comes out and heats it up. The problem with the track is the water's just not staying in. And especially at Berwick, it's like if we get a bit of a wind come up with it, we're next to the sea as well. It's hard work, and you can't keep the moisture in, and that's what they're struggling to do. And I've had people saying, why don't they put the track covers over the top? But if you do that could lead to it being too heavy, and you wouldn't be able to ride it. You wouldn't be able to get the bike to turn. So no, I know people do get a bit upset with the way the track is at times, but Razor's not bothering. He's trying his best to do it. He's there. Yeah, Razor's there, all the way through the week, trying to get stuff done. As Leon said in an earlier show, that he's down there flooding it at points, seeing when it dries out. There's a lot goes into it. They don't just turn up a couple hours before the meeting and run around with the tractor. There's a lot of work goes in, and it is a shame when it just doesn't go right, because it's out of their control. It's the weather at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, you must. It must be a case of you've been riding Shieldfield for so long now. You'll surely remember in some of the days of Peter Waite, there was a well-known hole. The Berwick riders knew where the hole was, and the opposition didn't. And then I think was Razor away from doing the track for a wee while, and then he got back onto doing the track, and you could see the difference straight away. It was just so much better, but it's unfortunate. Look, the opposition riders seem to enjoy it as much as the Berwick riders, don't they?
Yeah, no, it's I mean, when it's good, it's good. But the thing is with the double header as well, you have to remember that track's taking 30 heats of racing, which is hard work, and you've got a small time scale to get the tractors out and get the work done. And everyone's crossing their fingers that there's not going to be any accidents, because we've only got till 9:30 till the curfew ends. And for the management and for everyone there to get them 2 meetings in such a short space of time to get that out and running, there's not enough credit given to them for that. And I think it's fantastic. It's just constantly, let's get going, and everything just goes like clockwork. But if an accident does happen, we saw that against the Edinburgh doubleheader when Josh Pickering had a big crash on the second bend. That held up the meeting for a little bit. Luckily, he walked away from it, and then we never got to run heat 15 because Rotherham had a big accident, and it was just a case of, right, that's enough. The meeting was won anyway at that point for the Bullets. But yeah, just it's everything has to run perfect, and if you do get an accident or any kind of delay, even if it's an electrical fault with the tapes, I've seen that happen before. That can hold a meeting up, and I do think that Berwick are one of the best tracks in the country for not leaving the crowd sitting waiting too long. You know, we can keep it going. You've got a lot of kids there. We have to keep the kids entertained. You don't want them getting bored because they'll not want to go back again. So hats off to Berwick for that. It's good. I've been to some meetings where you're sitting about going, bloody hell, and it's not much fun, but Berwick's good at keeping it going.
Yep. We seem to have just dropped in volume again. Was there a button that you pressed the last time just to?
No, I don't know. Am I back? Hello.
The volume has just suddenly dropped again. So I don't know what's.
Hang on a second. Try that.
No, still
away.
Still a bit. Well, I can hear you, but very faintly. And I don't know if it's my end or if it's.
I can hear you perfect on these.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. I'll turn them off and turn them back on again. We'll be able to edit this bit out, won't we?
Possibly.
Right, headphones off.
No, still not there. I'll tell you, I'll just pause it a minute. Yeah. There we go. Back to normal volume. So thanks for that. Thanks for that, Greg. So let's just quickly move on. I think we mentioned, Jason Edwards doing really well. I think we've talked about the Bandits, the track, the Bullets in general.
I think everything that's going on at the Bullets at the minute is positive. It's perfect. Everybody seems to be going well, as we've already.
No, don't worry. Look, we're professionals. We'll just carry on. You know, we are used to this broadcasting game. You know, and if we have the slight problems, we just overcome them, don't we? You know, we don't have problems. We have opportunities. I have the opportunity now to ask you about the Bullets.
Yes, the Bullets. I think everything that's been happening with the Bullets has been going perfect so far. We've not had any, as Kevin Little was saying on Saturday night, we've not had any mechanical gremlins at all. That's including track, warm up. There's not any mad rushing going around. Like, why is this not doing that? Why? Everything's going sweet. Lads, setups, everybody's listening to each other. The chat in the pits is good. It's always flowing well. We've got a great team spirit. Ace Piper started playing practical jokes, and I seem to be the brunt of these practical jokes. So I've got to get them back.
Yeah.
But no, it's good fun, and that's when you're having fun, you win meetings, and that's the way it is. And long may it continue.
Yep. Just a quick question, by the way. The mug I see in the foreground there. What's that one? What's on that mug there?
This is from Kevin Little's Little Bit of a Do is a farewell meeting, which is 15 years old, I would say.
Wow.
So it's an old mug, that.
It is, yes. So talking about a while back, when was the last time that the Berwick as a team actually won anything?
The band.
Yeah, the Bandits.
That will be, oh God, that's a good quiz question. I'm going to say, is it 2002?
Oh no, that was the Fours of 2002 with Banger, Makowski, Adrian, and Klaus Christensen, but no, 2012 4-team tournament.
Oh, right. Oh, so
yeah,
10 years out. 10 years out, as Ken Bruce would say.
And so, when did you start riding for the Bandits?
I was retired in 2012, and I started riding for the Bandits in 2009.
Right. Yep.
The year I started.
Yep. And can you remember the team that won in 2012?
I'm going to say Lee Complin was in that squad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say Ricky Ashworth would be in that squad.
Yep.
Seb Alden was in that squad, was he?
And guess who our guests are on Thursday evening? Yeah.
How smooth was that?
That was slick. Yeah, I have honestly tried to contact David Bellego, because of course he was also a star then, and it's going to be interesting chatting with Marty and James, because they were both at that meeting. I never managed that one. Back in '89, I was at the first leg of the Knockout Cup final at Poole, when we lost by 4 points and just blitzed, obviously, the Poole at Berwick, but I wasn't at that one. And then the Gold Cup of '91, when we had Jimmy Nielsen, Kelvin Tatum, Michael Blixt, Richard Knight. That night at Oxford, when we won the final over the 2 legs, brilliant night, but totally marred by the accident between Tatum and Blixt. So it was that was a bit of a shame, but yeah. Then, as you say, 2002, the Fours at Coventry, that was live on Sky at the time, and Bangor beat Kelvin Tatum, who was riding for Arena Essex. But then that one at well, would you like to see a little bit of footage?
Let's have a bit of footage. Let's have a look.
Let's have a look. Any idea who this dude is in the orange t-shirt?
I do wonder who that could be. Is that Mr. Black himself?
It's Mr. Black himself, yes. I mean, that was just epic. Do you want to watch a little bit more? I should really play the whole lot for you. And the Berwick Bandits.
And you have to hand it to today's winners, the Berwick Bandits, victorious in the 14 championship for the first time for 10 years. It's a win at the finish for the rider in red, 3 points for Sebastian Olden, 62.9 is winning time. Second in yellow with a gallant performance also from the side. Magnus Carlsen, 3 points, third in white.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? Eh?
Fantastic shots there.
Yeah, I mean, it's we're Little Berwick. We don't win major trophies. We're sometimes close, but we don't. Or do we? I mean, a final question for you tonight, Greg, because obviously we'll get you on Thursday and chat with the lads. Well, three of the Hall of Famers certainly, but. I think you're determined, aren't you, to try and keep you're the main cheerleader for the Bullets, hoping to keep Shieldfield, as far as the Bullets are concerned, Fortress Shieldfield.
Yeah, I am. It's something that it's a record I would like to keep going. I've been, everyone in that team, but Bartosz, who came in this year, we've never suffered a home defeat since the Bullets started. And I know it was only last year. I want to keep that going. It's constantly in the back of my mind when we get to the track and we put that Bullets race jacket on. I want to keep that going, and it's just I'm probably the biggest fan of the Bullets.
Yeah.
I know there'll be a few people that would argue about that, but I absolutely love how it's all come round and what it's done to Berwick. You have to say, again, no offense to anybody, but if that meeting at Leicester had just been the Bandits against the Lions, people would have went home, but then the Bullets came out and all 7 of us went for it and banged it in and left everybody with a smile on their face. That's what it's all about. So yeah, that to me, it's not just about winning, it's about seeing everybody else enjoying it. And we'll keep this winning streak going, and hopefully we can win the league this year.
I don't see why not. Anyway, Greg, great to catch up with you. We'll see you on Thursday, 8 o'clock.
Perfect. See you then.
Cheers, mate. Bye for now.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.